Get over here!
I don't like this dungeon.
I think that is a sentiment shared by a lot of people, from what I am to understand. This dungeon is not fun. Both for us because it's a bit tedious, and because, well, I imagine Link must be suffering right now because it's got a smell in this place.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm just not into, like, levels that are, like, inside a living thing.
Is that a thing with you?
I'm not, like, disgusted or anything. I just don't like it.
For me personally, it just always seems that whenever it does happen, it's never a fun experience. It's just kind of, like, tedious and just kind of, like, not the greatest designed. I'm not sure how to explain it.
And I know somebody's going to comment in the comments, like, oh, Bowser's Inside Story would like a word with you. No, Bowser's Inside Story is a good game in spite of that.
Not just in spite.
I don't want to be busting up Bowser's kidney stones. I'm not into it.
You're right.
This isn't a fun setting.
Yeah, it's...
Cellular biology is boring. There, I said it.
Wow. Oh man, how's it going everybody? Welcome to episode 8 of Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. I'm the Green Scorpion.
I'm the ComicFoil.
And here we are in Lord Jabu Jabu's belly. Not something we necessarily wanted to deal with.
I'm not even like, oh, this, like, level lives in infamy. I just never liked it.
You? Who are you? I am Ruto, Princess of the Zoras. What? Are you saying my father asked me for you to come and save me? I'd never ask anyone to do such a thing.
What about the bottle? What about the note?
Letter in a bottle? I have no idea what you're talking about. You clearly do, otherwise I wouldn't even be here. My father is worried about me. I don't care. Anyway, I can't go home right now. And you, get out of here. Understand?
It just immediately walks into a hole. You talk.
Do I have to go down there?
Yeah, gotta save the princess, hero.
Fine. Are you still hanging around here? I told you to go away. I'm okay. I've been going inside Lord Jabu Jabu's belly since I was little, but, that just makes me question why. Lord Jabu Jabu is very strange today. There are electrified jellyfish and strange holes around. On top of that, my precious stone was... But that's none of your business anyway. You, go home now. Understand?
I'm gonna deal with you guys first.
Yeah, so you can see there are 2 gold Skulltulas back there on the wall, but we need the boomerang for both of them.
Yep, shouldn't be too much of a problem.
You're that worried about me? Then I will give you the honor of carrying me. However, I won't leave until I find the thing I'm looking for. You'd better believe me.
And here's the other reason why this dungeon kinda sucks.
Yeah. Now, as far as, like, as a character goes, like, the fact that Ruto is, like, ungrateful and you know, standoffish.
She's a bit of a spoiled brat.
Yeah.
But it's like, you
that,
know...
That doesn't annoy me, but, like, that doesn't ruin my experience because I like characters to have, like, different personalities for not everybody to like each other.
Mm-hmm.
But carrying her around is an annoying mechanic.
Oh, yeah.
There is a gold Skulltula on the wall there for you, though. I'm sorry, I just can't, like, keep this frog out of my throat today.
No, you're good, man. Okay, so... Okay, there we go. And then there's you. This one we can grab, because as soon as we hit that button, the water's gonna rise.
Yep.
Yeah, I like Ruto as a character, but she definitely doesn't make a good first impression, that's for sure.
Well, yeah, and she's a character that gets to grow. Not that this is, like, a really heavy dialogue game. Like, even compared to... like even compared to Wind Waker, like especially compared to Breath of the Wild and stuff, like characters talk a lot less in this game.
Do you want more tea, brother?
I have tea. I'm doing as much as I can.
Nah, you're good, man. You're good. But, yeah, no, like, again, the main thing with this dungeon is not just, like, the aesthetic and everything, but the mechanics just kind of suck because of the fact that we have to carry Ruto around. I mean, it's a neat idea, like, on paper.
Yeah.
But it just comes off as more annoying than anything else.
I mean, they didn't, like... I won't say they didn't have the technology, but they didn't do the work to make, like, a character who just follows you around or anything like that. Like, like in Wind Waker, you have 2 different dungeons where you like, have a buddy with you.
Yeah.
And I think those dungeons are both really good.
Yeah, Medley and Makar are fantastic.
Yeah,
and,
because
like,
they can freely follow you, and you can pick them up, and they work like gliders. And you can directly control them with the one song.
Different one for each of them, actually. And the most important thing for me personally is that you get to watch Makar's cute ass walk cycle.
Yeah, Makar's amazing. So the rest of the gold Skulltulas here, I believe, are boomerang based.
Oh boy. The worst part is, like, I'm not entirely certain of where to... Ay, mama.
Yeah, I don't have this place memorized either. There are also enemies that stun you even for a moment. You know, it's kind of annoying. It's not like complete garbage or anything like that. It's just this dungeon's a little annoying.
Yeah.
There is something just kind of funny to me about the fact that, like, the princess is just like, I'm going to be a box.
I'm actually curious because, so I never actually read the Ocarina of Time manga, not all the way through anyway, but I am curious as to how they handled this part in the manga, because it's like, how did they visualize this?
Yeah, I'd like to read all the Zelda mangas sometime.
Okay, let's just go with a bomb here, because that's usually a pretty good catch-all for these things.
I learned from the comments that you're actually not supposed to Z-target pose when you fight them, because that's what makes them disappear.
That's right, I did see that comment. Another comment I saw, or I think it was the same comment, actually, but apparently you can make them reappear with the Deku Nuts.
Yeah.
That I did not know.
So we'll keep that in our back pocket.
Yeah, I mentioned this in the first couple of episodes, man. Like, even years later, I'm still learning new stuff about this game. So,
yeah.
This should be the dungeon map. Wait,
No.
what?
No, much better.
Wait, we're getting the boomerang this early?
Good.
Holy... Huh. I don't remember getting the boomerang this fast.
Yeah, fortunately, this also isn't a very long dungeon.
You know what? I ain't complaining. I ain't complaining at all.
But here's the problem. Where's Ruto? Are you able to just, like, boomerang that one wall that's there?
Yes. I think we can proceed, because I think Ruto is, Oh, no. I think there are, like, these conduits that you have to find, and you have to destroy them with the boomerang, and it'll correspond to those barriers.
So there should be 3 more gold Skulltulas in here for us to get. There's the 2 that were in that one room, and then the other is in the final room before the boss.
Hang on a sec, where is Ruto?
Probably back in the lobby. She just up and despawned.
Girl! Ow!
Ooh. These things, I believe, are called Baris. B-A-R-I.
The big ones or the small ones?
It might be these are Baris and the bigger one was a big Bari. Oh, no, Beery. Beery and Bari. Okay.
Bearity barity boo.
You were talking before when you, when you came over today.
How inconsiderate! How could you leave me behind? If you're a man, act like one. Take responsibility.
Girl, I'm not into you that way. We're not entertaining that notion. Yet, apparently. You were saying?
You were talking about how you've been playing Dragon Quest III, the like remaster.
Yes, I've been enjoying Dragon Quest, the Dragon Quest III remake on the Switch, and it's a fun time.
And
very fun time.
You said something that I think also applies to this game, that like it's very like the story is very like old school, almost like you said. Also reminds you of like a really simple D&D prompt sometimes.
A little bit, yeah.
And I think in this game, a lot of times the dialogue is like that. If it's very to the point.
That is true. That is true. Like, at the very least, they don't, like, they don't necessarily, they don't necessarily, like, beat around the bush when it comes to, oh, hey, you should do this and you should take care of this, to lead you to this. And it's like, oh, well, why? Because I said so. Not to that degree, mind you, but you know what I mean. There's a dungeon map.
Like, I think a lot of, like, the deeper story significance of Ocarina of Time is something you kind of interpret out of it, because it's not as much hard written.
That is true. Yeah, Ruto, I got you. So yeah, there you go. The red slimy thing is gone because we destroyed the
uvula.
Oh my god.
The uvula.
I was trying to avoid that. Here I was restraining myself.
I know. I decided to subvert expectations, and I would bring it up this time.
Well, thank you, I suppose.
A funny post I saw on Blue Sky, somebody showed one of the like Cartoon Network racing games.
Oh yeah?
That had a cow and chicken in it, and they said, yeah, everybody's getting excited about Mario Kart World, but this game beat them to the punch with having a playable cow that can race.
That's true. Oh my god.
We didn't mention this about Mario Kart World last episode. The characters you can play as are like, they're doing like a kitchen sink approach.
They are.
Of like, here's a playable Pokey, here's a playable Cataquack, here's a playable crab, like sidestepper, like,
oh god, that thing,
like Mario Brothers crab. Here's a play. Yeah, if you look in the background of some of those shots, just like everything is there. The Cataquack was really surprising to me. Nabbit was there. All the usual babies were around. There was a Pianta.
Well, thank you for the hearts, sir. I needed those. Okay, I believe it's over here I need to go. Yup. I'm taking your uvula. There, I said it.
Now, despite me complaining about this place, I am planning a D&D one-shot for some people.
Yeah?
Don't tell Allie, but it is going to involve being inside a creature.
Oh, boy.
I'm gonna do... This isn't a completely original concept, but I think it'll be original enough to surprise the people I'm DMing for.
Yeah.
I'm doing an inn that turns out to be a mimic.
Oh, you know what? I actually did hear about this concept before. I think Josh Scorcher actually did that with one of his groups as well. So yeah, no, that has actually been done, but it's always a very shocking concept.
Yeah.
Now, I honestly dig the idea because it's like, one, that's subverting expectations, but when you're in a D&D campaign, it's like, oh my god, why did I not see this coming?
Because I really wanted something that we could like do in one night also, and I feel like that's a night because the map, the explorable map, is the size of an inn.
Yeah. Kind of one of those, like, Betrayal in the House on the Hill, like, sort of situations.
Yeah.
Y'all remember that game? That was fun.
Yeah, I like that game a lot.
Alright, so that's all three of those uvulas destroyed. So that should open up everywhere else for us.
I should show you sometime. Star Kid Productions, that does a lot of the musicals, that I talk about, the like YouTube musicals.
Oh yeah.
They have a series of musicals that are in. Do you want to actually go down the hole here and get those 2 other Skultalas?
Oh yeah, good call.
They have 3 currently in the series of like main musicals, and then they also have a lot of smaller projects that are called the Hatchetfield series. So each of them are musicals that take place in the same town where like weird stuff happens.
Yeah.
And there'll be a lot of characters that like cameo from one musical, like appear as a background character in another one, and so forth. But what's neat is like there'll be ones where like the town is like totally destroyed or something big, but it's got this kind of betrayal, house on the hill kind of logic to it, where like each musical is kind of like a new like reset.
Oh, okay.
So it's like the crazy thing that's happening is different every time.
Ah, okay. I'll have to check that out sometime.
The first one is called The Guy Who Didn't Like Musicals, and it's about a like alien parasite hive mind taking over the town.
That's it! That's what I've been looking for! Throw me up there! Onto the platform!
At the very least, we get to be rid of her this quickly. Princess Ruto got the spiritual stone. But why Princess Ruto?
That's silly.
Oh my goodness! Finally found my mother's stone! I got very upset when Lord Jabu Jabu swallowed it. While I was feeding him, he suddenly swallowed me. I was so surprised I dropped it inside. But now that I found it, I don't need to be in here anymore. So, take me back home, right now.
Yeah, about that.
Nope.
What is this? An octopus? Uh-oh. What now?
We got the Big Octo.
You may want to run, Link. Already on it.
Some people were saying a Big Octo for a few episodes ago when we were talking about, like, another Monster Hunter Zelda crossover.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because, like, Monster Hunter Wilds was, like, really, like, getting into the whole cephalopod, aspect. Oh, okay. I think I need to use the, boomerang for that.
Yeah.
The timing on this one is really strict, though.
I can remember having trouble with this one when I was, like, first figuring it out.
Because, like, you kind of have to, like, hug the middle in order to, like, get to him fast enough. And if you get too close...
If you get too close, he just... Yeah, Misty Steps.
Shouldn't be too much of a problem, though. As soon as Navi locks in, I should be able to.
Someone also had a really good, really kind of obvious suggestion, which was Gleeok.
Yes. I did see that one, and Gleeok would be very interesting. Especially because, like, I don't think we really have any, like, three-headed or, like, multi-headed monsters in Monster Hunter. Shockingly.
Yeah.
Shockingly. You'd think there'd be at least one.
That would be cool because Monster Hunter likes to do stuff with severing body parts, so you could, like, sever heads.
Yup.
And get rid of, like, the lightning attack, the ice attack, the fire attack.
Oh, yeah.
If you did, like, King Gleeok.
Yeah. Honestly, King Gleeok would not be too much of a stretch. Because while, like, you know, you should build your, like, armor sets in order to, like, combat, like, certain monsters' elemental, like, strengths, monsters with multiple elements is not entirely unheard of. Hi, Elatrion.
I also saw another really good suggestion, which was, Monster Hunter has done collabs with Metal Gear Solid before. There was stuff in, like...
Yeah. It was more of a, like...
It was in a Metal Gear game.
Yeah, Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, I think, did a Monster Hunter, crossover reference type of thing.
Somebody was like, what if we got, like, a monster that was, like, essentially a reference to, like, Metal Gear Rex or Metal Gear Ray?
That would be
in
insane.
Monster Hunter.
Yeah, I wonder what I wonder what a monster like that would look like. Can we please get... Thank you.
I feel like Ray would be the easiest to design because it was already kind of like serpentine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Yeah, this thing is...
Gotta get a little closer.
This thing is kind of... very slippery.
Well, you know how octopi be.
Yup. You... asshole. Yipe!
What'd you say about me? I heard you say that.
Oh, is that it? Okay, we're good. We are good.
Yeah, you know how some animals have that gland in their body that, like, lifts things up to a different room of the body dungeon?
You're not salty at all, are you?
That's why I think it makes sense for it to be a mimic.
Fair.
For a mimic that's pretending to be a house to have chambers of its body that act like rooms. Or like the movie Monster House.
True. Oh god, that brings me back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this room. Okay, do you mind?
Yeah, maybe take him out first, because he's just going to be a pain.
Okay, actually, there might be a trick to getting these two at the same time. Hang on a sec.
The boomerang got a lot better in Wind Waker with
yeah.
the targeting system, and it's the most satisfying thing.
It is, especially with the sound effect that they chose.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm also just keeping a general eye out for Skulltulas, though I know you'll tell me if I have to keep an eye out for that.
Yeah. The only one left is the last room of the dungeon before the boss.
Ah, got it. We need one of those boxes.
That's right, Ruto. You can be replaced with a box. No,
just this random-ass box that we so happen to have in the room we needed inside a giant fish's belly.
But, like, this is what I mean. Like, it's so fun to hate on.
It is.
Like,
it is.
I can't really be mad about Ruto in this.
Like, I'm not mad.
It's funny.
Like, I'm not mad at Ruto. I'm not necessarily... Like, here's the thing. We've had worse dungeons in the series.
Yeah, like, I recognize Ruto as a character who is being annoying.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's important to have characters that can annoy other characters.
That's actually something that I always find myself having conversations with when it comes to certain, like, franchises and characters, because I know plenty of, like, people who, like, look at certain characters who clearly have aspects about them that are supposed to be, quote-unquote, like, disliked. But I'm just, like, more often than not, I'm always like, you know...
Oh, that's it.
Oh, sweet. Not what I wanted. But anyway, like, because I know a couple people who, like, say, oh, they won't play this game because they absolutely hate this character, or they can't stand so-and-so character. One in particular that I've always disagreed with is Dahlia Hawthorne.
Okay, yeah.
Because it's like, okay, yeah, I get why you hate her.
I mean,
I understand.
She is the villain?
Yes, and...
She is who you're trying to stop, girlfriend?
And if I may be so bold in saying, I love the fact that she's so gosh darn hateable.
Yeah.
Like, as a villain, she does her job very, very well. Again, it's one of those, like, love-to-hate situations, which I've expressed before on the channel, is, like, those characters that, yeah, I hate them, but I love the fact that I would not put a character that I love to hate on a most hated characters list, because I kind of enjoy the fact that I hate them. Dahlia Hawthorne being a great example, because holy smoke does she do a really good job as a villain.
Yeah, good hateable villain is a good thing.
Mm-hmm. So here we have what, in my opinion, might be one of the most mid bosses in the franchise. Barinade. Barinade's okay, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's fine. The mechanics work. It's funny, there is a better version of this fight in Kalidamos in Wind Waker, and Kalidamos was on our list of worst Zelda bosses, and this wasn't. But that's because we were doing one per game. And Wind Waker just, in general, has really good bosses, and Ocarina of Time has a lot of not as good bosses.
Yeah. Okay, can't block that. I'm actually curious if you can actually hurt it with the bombs.
I do wish we'd get a,
You cannot. Oh, what?
I think it's a hurt box.
Oh, no, we have to take out the jellyfish.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you kind of just... The best thing is just to keep going at it.
Yeah, you kind of have to brute force this guy.
Yeah, you can't really time that unless you're like a timing savant. Our friend Dylan is a bit of a timing savant.
Is he?
Yeah, like I used to think he was just full of it, but he has rigged chance times in Mario Party so many times.
Oh, wow.
He is so good at it, it's awful.
Kind of reminds me of one of my personal favorite channels to watch is the Party Crashers.
Yeah.
King of Skill and TC Nick are really, really good at that. Particularly King of Skill, because he is the King of Skill.
He is, yeah. Long may your brain be.
Mm-hmm. I've shown you his videos before, but he's the guy who does like those like Smash Brothers character compilations, and he absolutely loves King K. Rool. So like the dude's actually kind of like really good at what he does. There we go.
Yeah, I like him. Ew!
Gross!
Ah!
Ugh. Ugh. Oh, and it's green too. Gross.
It is kind of interesting that, like, Ruto, like, comes in here a lot. She says she's been in here many times. Like, she's basically being, like, one of those, like, feeder fish that, like, go in the big fish's mouths and clean. Being like Jacques from Finding Nemo.
She don't look too happy.
I wouldn't be either. She's gonna kind of... Oh, but she's about to be, like, really happy.
Oh boy.
You're late! What took you so long? You're useless! I was just lonely, that's all. Just a little.
You're blushing, Ruto.
Yeah. And she's gonna go, like, straight to this, from this to, like, hey, we're getting married.
Is this, like, a bad vibes thing where, like, Ganondorf's curse just, like, upset... Oh, God. Like, is this a bad vibes thing where, like, inside Jabu Jabu was, like, filled with bad mojo from Ganondorf, which made everyone so irritable?
Oh. That's a neat theory.
That's just a thought I had, because it's like, yeah, she immediately goes to, like, fawning over Link.
Yeah.
You look cool. Cooler than I thought you would, anyway. Just a little. Well, anyway, you saved me. So I guess I'll reward you. What do you wish? Just tell me.
I want that spiritual stone.
You mean the spiritual stone of water? Zora's Sapphire, don't you? My mother gave it to me and said I should give it only to the man who will be my husband. You might call it a Zora engagement ring. Alright.
Whoops.
I'll give you my most precious possession, Zora's Sapphire.
When you've accidentally betrothed yourself to a fish princess.
Whoops. Is it the first time that Link may have been hit on by a fish princess? No, maybe, yes, who knows? It will not be the last.
Yeah, we don't know if it's the first time because the Zelda timeline is very confusing.
It is very confusing. In the franchise, though, it's like... Was there a game before this where Link was hit on by a fish person?
I don't believe there are any Zoras in There aren't any Zoras in Minish Cap that I can remember. Oh, maybe there are. I don't think so.
I know there were in the Oracle games. Though
Yeah.
that's kind of iffy.
And the Oracle games are after Ocarina of Time.
True.
Oh, I can talk so much about the Zelda timeline.
I keep forgetting that that's a thing. Her most precious possession. You don't know what she's talking about, but you finally collected all 3 spiritual stones. Yeah, you gotta remember that these kids are like, what, 7? 10?
I usually say 10.
I think it's 10, I think.
I like to
because,
think Link is 10 and then 17.
Because, like, it's a 7-year time skip, right?
Yep.
Coming up?
Yeah. So, adult Link is really adult more in, like, a medieval times sense.
Don't tell my father. Alright, so yeah, that pretty much does it for Lord Jabu Jabu's belly. Again, not
up to that tree.
Yes. Not a hard dungeon, but a bit of an annoying... I'm gonna be real with you, though. Like, we went through that pretty darn quickly and pretty darn handily.
It's short.
So, yeah, no, like... Maybe it's one of those retrospect things where it's like, you look back at it and, like, as a kid, maybe it was pretty annoying. As adults, though, we got through that really, really quickly.
Yeah, I can't really complain.
Nah. And I believe there's something here if we destroyed this boulder. Oh, hi!
Oh, wow, there's a lot of something here.
Oh, yeah!
Okay.
I forgot about this!
Yeah, I forgot this was here, but that's great.
I'm just gonna say, really good design that it's like, oh, hey, boulder up against this wall, put a bomb there. Oh, hey, you accidentally destroyed a whole ass wall.
Yeah.
Good stuff there, developers.
I'd love if the Great Fairy was like, what the hell? My wall!
I want some privacy in here, you
Yeah.
know.
Hey, girl.
What's up? Is this where Bowser got it from?
What?
Mario Party 2.
Oh,
Sexy Bowser.
The sexy way, yeah. You know, in Bowser's mind, that's exactly what he looks like, too. He's like, I look so great.
Oh, man, that took you a moment.
Yeah.
Welcome, Link. I am the Great Fairy of Magic.
You know what my brain was doing, though? All I could think of was, so long, Lay Bowser.
Oh, my God! Oh, man, that's still lingering in your mind from when we did the stream, isn't it?
Yeah.
I love it.
If you didn't see the Super Mario 64 stream, we just had a whole bunch of so long, Gay Bowser
The
rhymes.
highlights are on YouTube on my channel. Go check it out. Farore's Wind. Warp magic that can be used with C, and it can warp you out of danger. So, yeah, basically,
You drop a teleport point, and then you use it somewhere else, and you'll go back to that teleport point.
though if I recall correctly, you can only use this in dungeons. I think.
Maybe?
Yep, you can only use Farore's Wind in dungeons that have a dungeon map hidden inside. For some reason. I'm gonna be real with you. Maybe it's because they couldn't do it, like, for the whole overworld, but imagine how useful it would have been if you could use Farore's Wind outside of dungeons, and you basically create a waypoint.
That's what Breath of the Wild does after they added one of those in,
Yeah, when you get the,
in DLC.
when you get the, what was it, the Sheikah rune?
Yeah. Yeah, there's one of just, I'm placing a teleport point here.
Mm-hmm. Super freaking useful. So, I believe what we can do now is, I think we can go ahead and end the episode, heading back to, Hyrule Castle.
Yeah, sounds good.
Because, that cutscene that we get is kind of awesome.
That would be a good way to set the scene, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did my most precious possession help you in your quest?
Yes, it did. Thank you.
I love how King Zora now spends the rest of his life 3 feet to the left.
Oh, Link! You saved the princess, eh? I really appreciate it.
Oh, great. He really appreciates it.
Hey, he gave us a bottle, and we know how valuable those things are.
Yeah.
Although, then again...
No, he didn't give it. We found a bottle.
Yeah, we found the bottle. I guess it belonged to, Ruto?
Yeah.
But yeah, this actually does serve another purpose for me, because I'm gonna head back down Zora's River.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna grab another set of magic beans.
Okay. I think you only need 10 magic beans total.
Yes, because... Yeah, because if I recall correctly, like, the price for the last one is 100.
Well, you just made 4.
Get out of here. I do like the fact that, like, this is a pretty easy way to, like, just head back down.
Yeah. Oh, you're kind of racking up money here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I always found that interesting that you could just do that, because you can do that in the moat of Hyrule Castletown as well. What's up, Heavy? We have the super rare magic beans. This could be your last chance. Special price, 70 rupees.
You should plant one next to him here.
I was actually gonna say, I might as well just go ahead and do that right now, right?
Yeah.
You collected 3 spiritual stones. Let's go back to Hyrule Castle.
Alright, before we do, we can grab this. I do like what they did with that mechanic in Majora's Mask, where, like, you can do it immediately if you have a bottle of water.
Yeah.
Man, I cannot wait to go through Majora's Mask, because boy, do I have things to say about that game.
Yep.
But one step at a time.
Majora's Mask, I admittedly don't remember as well as Ocarina of Time, even though I've played it a few times.
Mm-hmm. I might be that might be, like, an interesting, like, dichotomy between us, because I probably remember Majora's Mask more than I remember Ocarina of Time. If only because, maybe this is just how I see it, but, like, the world is smaller.
Yeah.
And, like, a lot of the things that you do in that game are a little more specified. So, like, a lot of things that you have to do in that game become a little more memorable to me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I see it, anyway. Man, oh, I'm getting frogs. So, we approach.
Wait, all of this seems familiar.
Hey, Link. You okay?
This... Navi, I've seen this before.
What do you mean?
I don't feel so good.
Impa almost running down Link on that horse.
Zelda? Oh boy.
I lost her. You, over there, little kid. You must have seen the white horse gallop past just now. Which way did it go? Answer me! So, you think you can protect them from me? You've got guts, kid. You want a piece of me? Very funny. I like your attitude. Pathetic little fool. Do you realize who you're dealing with? I am Ganondorf, and soon I will rule the world.
So our prophetic dream becomes true.
It's so simple, but what a cutscene. And I'm just gonna say right now, for all of the, like, interesting, like, pieces of dialogue that happen, like, throughout the game, you know, Ruto's antics, like, Zora moving to the side and everything, I love the dialogue choice for Ganondorf.
Yeah.
Because it's like, yeah, he's clearly way more powerful and he's, like, evil and everything, but he's not, like, putting on a big bombastic speech or anything. No, he's calling Link a punk and commenting on the fact that he likes the fact that he's willing to stand up to him. I kind of respect that, not gonna lie. So, that just happened. It seems Zelda is on the run with Ganondorf hot on her heels, but she left us something. We're gonna go ahead and grab that in the next episode. See you guys then.
Whew. Yeah, Ganondorf's the man of our dreams, but not in the way we would hope.
No. Although Tears of the Kingdom Ganondorf might have something to say about that.
Oh man, that Matt Mercer voice.
Suavemente, bésame.